An old Navajo legend says that when people get bitten or stung by an insect, we hear the secret voice of the god of the insects in their screams. There are 17 million insect and spider specimens up on the 5th floor of the American Museum of Natural History. Each one of them has a secret voice, a clue to the amazingly complex diversity of life on Earth. Entomologists at the museum spend their lives trying to find them. Scientists believe there may be as many as 20 million insect and spider species, though only 1 million are classified. Insects are among our planet's oldest creatures, and more diverse than any other animal group. Yet we know less than 1% of what we can know about insect life. By looking for the unfamiliar in the face of the familiar, as in this moth tongue on the scanning electron microscope, and by examining the genetic fingerprints of DNA sequences, entomologists are constructing a great family tree that includes both the known species and those they hope to find.
Our research has applications in other areas, such as conservation, but our primary goal is to understand insects and spiders. To do that, first we have to find them.
Leaving the computer and the microscope behind, the entomologists become part Indiana Jones. Their search for insect specimens brings them all over the globe, often to remote and dangerous locales where they risk stings, bites, and diseases. All this so that they can build a comprehensive collection of insect specimens for the museum, which already has the largest private collection in the world.
We got this piece of amber out of a mine in the Dominican Republic. The swarm of termites in it are about 20 million years old. For the first time, DNA has been isolated, so now we can learn how this species has evolved. That's very exciting, especially since it's the oldest fossilized DNA ever found. Ever since I was 9, I've collected all sorts of things. Bones, insects. If you're interested in natural history, and especially how species evolve, insects really are the way to go.
When people find out I'm an entomologist, they say things like, "I've got this thing crawling under my sink. How can I get rid of it?"
There is a creepy quality about bugs that makes some people uncomfortable, but this is a cultural bias. In some places, beetles and even tarantulas are actually kept as pets.
Some species of spiders make me wary, but perhaps that's because I work with flies.
People's fears of spiders are unfounded. Very few are dangerous. I've been picking up spiders for 20 years, and I've never been bitten by one.
What fascinates me about insects is that it's this weird world and we don't know much about it. For the last 6 years, I've been studying why caterpillars live on some plants and not on others. The beautiful thing about working in the museum is that our main mission is to increase our knowledge.
To entomologists, insects have a life of their own, even on pins. Our fieldwork, our collection, the research we do, it all goes towards creating the first comprehensive family tree of living things that's ever been done. What that means is we're closer to understanding what life is all about, or at least our little corner of the universe.
At the core of the entomologist's work at the American Museum of Natural History lies the mystery of the history of nature. The more we understand insects, the more we understand life and ourselves.
Once a lonely caterpillar sat and cried to a sympathetic beetle by his side. "I've got nobody to hug, I'm such an ugly bug." Then a spider and a dragonfly replied, "If you're serious and want to win a bride, Come along with us to the glorious annual Ugly Bug Ball. Come on, let's crawl to the Ugly Bug Ball, and a happy time we'll have there, one and all at the Ugly Bug Ball.